Despite being a huge Assassin's Creed guy, or Ass Creed guy as we like to be known, and genuinely screaming at them to make a Victorian London set game in the franchise since, I don't know, Assassin's Creed 3, it may come as some surprise to you then that I didn't play Syndicate until 2022. I was one of the many people that got burnt out by the yearly release schedule for these games, and I kind of stepped off the franchise around Black Flag and Rogue, because once they give you a pirate ship, it's hard to top that. Anyway, recently I discovered that all of the Assassin's Creed games were available on PlayStation Plus, and I actually caught myself up on them. All except Unity, because anyway, that's a lot of words to say that I really enjoyed Assassin's Creed Syndicate's take on London. It manages to get all the big landmarks that are within central London, and although the map only really stretches from Westminster to the city, a lot of streets don't feel like modern day London, but that's mainly due to the 150 years of, bombing campaigns and redevelopment and just change that London has had. But they have some really nice details in there. The small details that make you go, holy shit, no, I've seen that in real life. That bit of corner work, that bit of architectural design, you can spot it, and it's fantastic. And jumping across townhouse roofs like a murderous chimney sweep, what's not to love? Oh, Valhalla! This is the game that everyone and their brother said was too long, too full of bloated content even by the Ubisoft Collectathon standards. I had a 3-week window to play this game before it was removed from Fork's Game Pass, and I think I got about 15% in. And I'm a man with very few social obligations. People don't call me, people don't visit me, they leave me the fuck alone. And I wasn't able to scratch the surface of this game. And the main complaint everyone says about Assassin's Creed Valhalla is it's too fucking big. And, sir, this sandwich is too big. Anyway, it starts in a reasonably large version of Norway before you get exiled to the strange and unknown lands of Angoland. The story descended into petty fiefdom rivalries, and I didn't manage to get through the entire England arc. And I'm told that after the England arc is even more story set in Vinland and several realms of the Norse mythology. But I did do what I normally do when given a big Ubisoft map buffet, and I spent about 3 days floating around the map, discovering viewpoints and collectibles, and generally seeing what Dark Ages England had to offer. The map itself is quite substantial. It stretches from southern England to about Cumbria and covers most of England west of the English-Welsh border. So unfortunately, or unfortunately, they don't have my they don't have my cursed former home county of Somerset in there. Although, if you go down a Viking raid on the River Exe, which is way down towards Devon and Cornwall. It was interesting seeing England in a time frame that is normally skipped or brushed over in TV, I'll be honest. With the pre-United Kingdoms all scrapping to try and be top dog whilst competing with an invasion from the Vikings. London is in there, a former Roman town now mostly made of ruins, haunted by a constant fog. It does a pretty good job of giving you the impression of what it was like to live in the ruins of what used to be the reach of Imperial Rome. If you can decipher the old English names for the towns, you'll discover that York, Gloucester, Winchester, as well as smaller, less known places like Ely, a particularly windswept part of the Norfolk Fens, are included in the game. All in all, an impressive attempt, but then again Assassin's Creed, whilst not the most historically accurate in its plots and characters, does tend to have very decent skill when it comes to creating their open worlds. I feel sorry for the incredibly talented team of world makers that are forced to work in the IP mines for Microsoft, as like my old video on the crew, there are amazing world spaces that kinda get slept on because they're shoved into the 20th Assassin's Creed game.